Creating a website by yourself has never been easy. But don't worry, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create your own business website, just like this. So this is how our website will look like when we are done creating it. We'll look at how we'll configure the search field, also design the hero section of our website. Then the website also has a menu on top here, and if you go to services, you get a drop down of all the various services we have on the website. Also at the middle part of the website, you see the various 3 services with their related images. And down here we have 4 blogs showing some part of the about content, a company blog displaying some of the menu links, a services blog showing all the services, and finally a blog showing the most recent blog. We shall look at how to configure the copyright section such that it will display the name of our company, and then we'll also link it to the developer of the website. The website also has a contact page where visitors can send you message through the contact form. And also at the right hand side of the page, you see the most recent post and then the login section. Now clicking on more here will take you to the blog post page so that you see all the various blog posts you have made on your website. We'll also look at how to change the logo of our website and also change the shortcut icon. You will learn how to create this website using Drupal content management system. Drupal is a free software that we will use to create our website and customize it the way we want. Don't worry if you are new to Drupal, because I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. Before you own a website, you will need a domain name and a web hosting. Don't worry, I'll show you how to get your own custom domain and web hosting in this tutorial. Without wasting further time, let's get started. Step 1. Getting a domain name and web hosting. A domain name is simply the address to your website. That is what people will enter into their browsers to get to your website. Example, yourwebsite.com or Dikupages.com. Now, what is web hosting? Web hosting is an internet service that allows you to make your website accessible through the World Wide Web. It is basically renting a space on a server where you can store the media of your website like themes, plugins, text, images, videos, audios, or even documents. If you want to own a website with a custom domain, you have to buy the domain. Don't worry, I will show you how to get your own custom domain in this tutorial. So let's get a domain and a web hosting. To start, click on the very first link in the description below, or enter the one you see on the screen into your browser. Or I'll go over to my browser and enter dikupages.com/sc. Enter. And this will bring me to Speedy Connect website where I want to get the hosting. These are the various packages you get at Speedy Connect. They have the unlimited shared web hosting, which is $1 per month. They also have the reseller hosting where you pay $19.99 per month. So with this, you can have your own web hosting company. And then they also have the DMCA ignored hosting. So when you use my affiliate link, you get a 50% off. So you now pay $6 for the first year of the unlimited hosting instead of $12. So let's go to learn more. These are the various features you get when you purchase the unlimited shared hosting. Everything here is unlimited except that you can only host one domain. You get free SSL certificate, which will make your website secure, so that visitors of your website can pay money to you through your website without any fear. So before I click on order now, I'll grab the promo code, highlight everything, right click, click on copy, then click on order now. So here I'll choose the domain I want to register with. But before I do that, I would like to change my currency from dollars to Ghana cedis because I'm in Ghana. But wherever you are, you can use whatever currency that is available to you. So back to register a new domain, I'll enter the domain I want to register. Universal Legacy LLC. So after typing the domain name, you drop down the arrow here and choose the domain extension you want to use. However, I would highly recommend .com if you want to go international. You can go away with .net, but .com is highly recommended when you want to go international. So I'll check. Congratulations, Universal Legacy LLC.com is available. Continue to register this domain for 60 Ghana cedis. So I'll click on continue. So the unlimited hosting package is the 60 Ghana cedis. So if you are using dollars, it will be $12. You can choose your billing cycle here. So 60 Ghana cedis per year, 120 Ghana cedis for 2 years, or 180 Ghana cedis for 3 years. But for the purpose of this training, I want to go for the annual package. Then I click on continue. Now ID protection. This is free, so I'll select it so that people will not spam me through my emails or phone numbers. Continue. Now we have the unlimited web hosting, which is 60 Ghana cedis yearly, and then domain registration 60 Ghana cedis per year. Everything amounts to 120 Ghana cedis for the entire year. However, remember we have a promo code which I'll enter here, so I'll right click on paste. Remember I've copied it earlier on, then click on validate code. Promo code accepted. Your order total has been updated. Now instead of 120 Ghana cedis, I am now paying 90 Ghana cedis. So the 50% off is 30 Ghana cedis. So I'll click on checkout. So this is the checkout form I need to fill to finish up the purchase of my domain. However, if you are already a registered member, just click here to go ahead. Even though I'm a registered member, I just want to teach you how to fill out this form if you are a fresh member on Speedy Connect. So I'll fill out my personal details. Let me just fill out this quickly and get back to you. So I'll fill out all the details above, and now I want to choose my payment method. You can use Naira MasterCard, Perfect Money, or Bitcoin if you are outside Ghana. But I'm going to use MTN Mobile Money. It's a local payment method because I'm in Ghana. It's very swift for me. I could use any of this, but I want to use the mobile money payment. So I'll click on it. Then I accept terms of service. I'm not a robot. Then I click on complete order. So the order is successful, and this is my payment invoice. So for the local payment I'm going to use, I just need this invoice number as my reference code. So let me make the payment and get back to you. Okay guys, I've made the payment. Let me go over and check my email for my login details. Okay, a new message from Speedy Connect. Okay, this is just a purchase notification. Let me go back to promotions. Sometimes they send messages there. Alright, so here as a new member, you need to verify your email. Click on it here, then verify your email. Continue to client area. Okay, everything is set. Now let me go back to my email. I'll click on back. I'll look for new account information. Click on it. And this have my hosting details starting from here to this point. So I need this URL to take me to the login page of Speedy Connect cPanel. And Speedy Connect is using the direct admin cPanel. So this is how we purchase our domain. Step 2. Install Drupal. I've logged in. I'll scroll down to extra features. Then I click on Software Close Auto Installer. I go to Portal/Content Management System. Click on Drupal. Install now. Now the current version of Drupal is 9.1.5. But I'm going to use Drupal 7, so I'll scroll down and get it. Choose installation URL. It should be HTTPS, and then this is the domain I'm going to install on. I won't do anything here. I'll scroll down. Site setting. In here, I choose my website name, but I'm not going to do it now. We'll look at how to change website name later in this tutorial. Admin account. Admin username. I'll remove it, then enter my own name. Next is password. I'll change it, but first of all, I'll hide this one, remove it, then enter my own password. Admin email. I don't want to use email from my domain, so I'll choose my personal Gmail account. Okay. Under advanced options, you don't need to do anything, just leave it as such. Then install. Drupal will install in some minutes. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. To visit your site, just click on the URL here. To log into the administrative account, then you click on this. So if you click on this for the first time, you need to log in, enter the login details anyway. But let's just go to the home page of the website by clicking on the main URL. So welcome to my Drupal. Take note that is the name of our website as we see here. Now we have installed Drupal. Step 3. Customizing our website. So now let's customize our website by changing the site name and also remove the Powered by Drupal at the footer here. So first of all, I'll log in. Okay, before we go ahead to changing the site name and removing Powered by Drupal, let's take a look at the menu of our Drupal website. As soon as you log into your Drupal website, most especially Drupal 7, you see this menu bar here. The first one is Home. When you click on this, it will take you to the home page of your website, wherever you are. Then Dashboard. You can use Dashboard to organize your content. Next is Content. With Content, you'll be able to administer all content you'll be creating on the website and also administer comments. With Structure, you can add blocks like what we see here now. You can also add content types. We'll look at what content types is in this tutorial. Then you can also add menus at Structure. With Appearance, you'll be able to configure your theme so that your website will look beautiful. Currently, this design we are seeing is our theme. This blue header here, the white section, and then the gray section. With People, you can be able to manage your website users. Models will help you extend the functionality of your website. And then Configuration, this is where you perform some settings with regards to your Drupal website, and you can also generate reports and have help with Drupal. And then this is your username. You can log out from here. With the second bar under the main menu bar is Add Content and then Find Content. With this, you can easily click on it to add content to your Drupal website. That said, let's change the name of our website. So we click on Configuration on the menu bar, Site Information, then Site Name. We'll remove this and enter the name we want to use. Universal Legacy. I want to add a slogan. Okay, get the best business solutions. My email is intact. Now, one other thing I want to highlight is the nature of our URL. Now, any page we create, it will assume this format: https://universallegacylllc.com/?q equal to, and then the name of the page. This particular format is not good for search engine optimization. So we'll find a way of taking off the question mark, Q, and then the equal sign in a moment. So let's click on Save Configuration. Configuration option have been saved. So upon clicking here, our website will reload and the new name will appear, including the slogan. How cool. Next, we go back to configuration again. Then we go to clean URLs. That is where we are going to take care of the question mark Q equal sign I talked about earlier. So we want our URLs to appear like this instead of this one. So just enable clean URLs, then click on Save Configuration. So it has been saved. So when we create pages, it will now assume this particular format. Okay, I'll close this. Next, I'll take off Powered by Drupal. So upon hovering on it, you see this little drop down arrow here. Click on it, Configure Block. Now this is the current theme we are using, that is Batik. So the Powered by Drupal is at the footer section of our website. So just drop down the arrow, scroll up, then choose None. Go down, Save Block, and it is gone. Why do we remove this? Maybe we don't want to give our users the first impression that we are using Drupal when they step into our website. So that's the little configuration we can do now. Step 4. Install modules. A module in Drupal is a plugin that extends the functionality of your Drupal website. So almost all the things we'll be doing in Drupal, you need a specific module that can cater for that. So to install a module, I'll head over to Drupal.org. Drupal.org is the website for the Drupal community. So all the modules you'll be using on your Drupal website, you can get all of them from this website. The first module I'm going to install is text editors or content editors. Let's go back to our website. If I want to add a new content now, I'll click on Add here. Then I'll either go to Article or Basic Page. I'll explain this to you later in this tutorial. I'll click on Basic Page. In here, you enter the title and then the body of your text. You see that when you type your text, you won't be able to edit your text by applying bold, font color, font, or even font size. You can't even add images to your content. And the reason is that we've not enabled a model that will give us that opportunity. So I'll exit out of here, go back to Drupal.org. Now go to Search, then enter CK Editor. Hit Enter. So CK Editor is the plugin we'll be using as our text editor. So always make sure you see this CK Editor. What you see is what you get, HTML editor. And when you hover on it, check at the left hand side bottom corner of your web browser. You see the URL. Make sure the extension, the last thing you see is CK Editor and nothing else. So I'll click on it. Scroll down. In here, you may see two different versions of CK Editor. Always go in for the recommended and don't use the development version. Okay, now there are 3 ways we can install modules in Drupal. You can download this. Just click on it. It is downloading. Download complete. You can either download the tar or the zip. I always go in for the tar because the size is smaller than that of the zip. After downloading, you can upload this through your cPanel by going to File Manager. That process is long and I'm here to make your work easy. So we shall look at only two ways of installing modules. So let's install by using the first method. So I'll go back to my website, click on Modules, then install new module, choose File. When you see this, make sure you go to Show All Files. I'm sure it will go to my download folder. It is here. I'll just select it, click on Open, Install. So it is successfully installed. So let's just click on Enable Newly Added Modules. We are not going to enable it now. However, it is shown here under User Interface. Now, CK Editor will take care of the text aspect of your content. However, you can still not add images or videos to your content unless you install another module called IMSS or IMCE. IMCE is a module that will give you the opportunity to add media to your Drupal website or your Drupal content. So let's go back to drupal.org, scroll up, then I'll search for IMCE or IMSS, whichever way you want to pronounce it, enter. So IMSS is in here or IMCE. Always make sure you see IMCE at the far end of the URL when you hover on it, at the bottom left hand corner of your web browser. So I'll click on it. Now we'll use the second way to install a module. So I want to grab the tar. Take note, we are using Drupal 7. So always go in for Drupal 7 modules. If you use Drupal 8 module on a Drupal 7 website, it will not work. So what I need to do is, I'm not going to download it. I'll just right click on the link here, copy link address, go back to my website. I'm already under modules. So I'll go to install module now. But then if you are not under modules, you just need to click on modules here, then go to install new module. Now, instead of uploading, I'll just go in here, right click and paste the link I copied from the Drupal website. Then I click on install. So here you've not downloaded the module to take up this space of your computer. You just copy the link, come and paste, then you install. Now let's enable the two modules we just added. So click on enable newly added modules. Scroll down the end. So IMSS is for media, that is images and other files. So I'll select it and then select CK Editor, save configuration. Okay, they have been saved. Now let's configure CK Editor. After installing, quickly go down to configure here beside CK Editor. This will not appear when the module is not enabled. Or you can also configure it by going to configuration. Now click on CK Editor under content authoring. Now under advanced for filtered HTML, click on edit. Now go to file browser settings. File browser type for link dialog box. There are instances you may want to create links to the content you are going to create. So the IMSS model will help you to do that. So just drop down the arrow here, click on IMSS. Now file browser type for image dialog box. In here we'll use IMSS again. Finally, file browser type for Flash dialog box. Flash is just a video content you can add into your website. So I'll drop the arrow and choose IMSS. Save. So we do the same thing for full HTML. So edit. Click on file browser settings. Under none, we choose IMSS. That's link dialog box, image dialog box, IMSS, and then Flash dialog box, IMSS. Scroll down, save. Okay, now let's try to add a new content. Let's see what happens to our text editor. Add content, basic page. And you'll see that we now have our icons that we can edit or format our text with. Okay, so that is how we install modules in Drupal. Step 5. Install a theme. Theme is just a template that will make our website look appealing. So currently this is the theme we are using, and it's having a blue color at the header section, then the main content area having a white background, and then the footer section being gray. So now we want to install a beautiful theme that will change the look and feel of our Drupal website. So I'll go over to drupal.org, then go to search, then enter Starfish. Press enter. Starfish is the theme I'm going to use in this tutorial. There are a ton of themes under the Drupal website, and you can even find some other free themes in other websites. You can just go to Google and search free themes. So I'll click on Starfish Responsive Theme. So to use a theme, some of the developers will give you a live demo, which will give you a heads up how the theme will look like when you install it. You can also take a look at the features of the theme. Since I already know the kind of theme Starfish is, I'll just go down, right click on the tag link, copy link address. I'll go back to my website, then click on Appearance. Install new theme. Remember, the same way we install models is the same way we install themes. So I'll just right click in here, click on Paste, then Install. Installation completed successfully. So enable newly added themes. So take note, this is the current theme or the default theme we are using. I'll scroll down, and this is Starfish, the one we just installed. So I'll click on Enable and Set Defaults. Starfish is enabled and is now the default theme of our Drupal website. We can take a look by clicking on Home, and this is how our new interface will look like. It comes with its own logo and then the shortcut icon. We shall look at how to change our own logos and shortcut icons in this tutorial. So that's it on how to install and enable a theme in Drupal website. Step 6. Create pages. Now let's create pages for our Drupal website, and we'll be creating the About Us page, Services page, and our theme page. However, under services, we have 3 various services we want to create pages for. And all these pages I'll be creating, I want them to be the main menu of my website. And we are not going to create the home page because it's already created by default. So you can click here to add a new content. You can also click here or here. I always prefer using this because there are instances this block will not be displayed on your website, or you won't see add new content at the front page of your website. But whichever way, any of them will take you to the same location. So add content. Before I go ahead to adding my pages, let me explain these 2 links here. By default, when you install Drupal, it will come with article and then basic page. Article and basic page are all content types. A content type is basically a post you can make on your website that will be tailored towards a particular content. For instance, if you want to create a time-sensitive post, article will be your best shot. You can use it to create content like news, press releases, or blog posts. However, if you want to create a static page, you will need a basic page. A static page is just a page like About Us, Services page, our theme page, and more. And these are the 2 default content types Drupal will give you as soon as you install Drupal. However, you can also create your own content types depending upon what kind of content you want to post on your Drupal website. So now we simply want to create pages for our website. So I'll click on Basic Page. Under Title, I'll enter About Us. Under Body, I'll enter the content about my business, that is Universal Legacy. But I don't have any content in hand, so I'll just go over to use a copyright-free content. So I'll search for dummy content. So I'll go to leave some or whatever the name is, click. So I'll scroll down to this section, then copy the whole of this paragraph, right click, copy. I go back to my website, then paste. I will make a new paragraph and paste again. Okay, maybe on top here I'll make it our mission, then enter our vision, enter, then paste again. So this is just a dummy content. You can enter in your own content to make your website complete. So I'll format the text by making here bold and also making our vision bold. And I go down, text format. Always make sure it is full HTML. It's very important. Now at this section, we'll do some settings. First of all, let's look at menu settings. It's already active. Now, the about page we are about to create, we are going to make it a menu link such that it will appear at the main menu of our website. So to do that, you click on provide a menu link. The link title is already there. You can change it if you want. Then the description, what people will see when they point on that particular menu link. So I'll say about us again, or you can say who we are. So when visitors point on the about us link, who we are will show. Parent item, I want to make it main menu, so I don't do anything here. Now revision information, in here you can enter some description about the content you are creating, such that other administrators of your website will understand what this content is really about. This content here will not be shown to visitors of your website. Comment settings, defaultly comments are closed for basic pages, but you can enable them if you want. However, it is not advisable to enable comments on static pages. For instance, your about page. URL path settings. In here, you need to specify the URL extension for your website. If this is not done, Drupal will give you a default URL, which will appear like this. Your domain name /node/1 or whatever number, depending upon the number of content you have created. So you may want to specify about us in here. However, let me show you how it will appear practically when you don't enter anything here. So we go to authoring information. So this content is being authored by this user, and then the date and time at which the content is created will be recorded. So you don't need to enter it here. The system will generate it for you. Then publishing options. As soon as we click on save now, our content will be published. You can decide to promote it to the front page of your website, or you can make it sticky at top of list. This feature will make this particular content you are creating to be at the top of all other contents you have created so far or you'll be creating in future. But we are not going to do any of this for our about page. So I click on save. Basic page about us has been created. So our page is successfully created. Now let's check our URL. It is exactly as I explained. But you can always fix this by entering the URL extension for your page. So let's quickly do that by going to Edit. Then scroll down to URL path settings. Click on the URL alias. Then enter about. You can just make it about or about us. About-us. Then click on save. Then our URL will change. Take note, remember when I was creating, I specified a description such that when I point on the link, something should appear. So when I point on the menu, who we are will appear, and that is that. And you will also realize that our menu is not looking appealing because ideally, home is supposed to be the first tab followed by about us. But here is the case, it's not ordered well. And Drupal always arrange your menus in alphabetical order. So let me go ahead and create the rest of the pages. So I'll click on Add Content, Basic Page. Then I'll enter our services. So in here, you enter content about your services. So I will say website design, hit enter. Then I'll go back and grab my dummy content again, right click, copy, come back here, Control V on your keyboard to paste. If you are on Windows, enter. Then I'll say graphic design, enter, then paste again, enter, and the final one, digital marketing, enter, then paste. Okay, now you can format your text by making the headings bold. Okay, go down, menu settings is going to be a menu. When people point on the link, they should see our services. It's going to be a main menu. We could actually put it under any of these pages, but we don't want to do that. So here we won't talk about revision information and comment setting. We just go ahead to URL path settings, and the URL alias will say our dash services. Take note, there's a model in Drupal that will take care of these URLs. You don't always need to type them. I will show you how to get that model in this tutorial. So click on save. So we have our services page created. And you see that it's also following the alphabetical order. Now before I create the rest of the pages, let me install a model that will give me the automatic URL extensions. So I'll go to drupal.org, go to search, then I enter path auto, hit enter. This is path auto. Always consider the URL at the left hand corner of your screen before you click. So I click. You can always try to read about the plugin before you install it. Or go down, right click on tar at Drupal 7, then copy link address. I'll go back to my website, click on modules, install new model, right click in here, paste, install. Model installed successfully. Enable newly added models. I'll scroll down. Now, Path Auto is installed, but we cannot enable it simply because there's a dependent model that is missing, and that model is token. Drupal is a platform that heavily depends on models, and most of the models developers create also depend on other models. So to get a full functionality, you need to always enable the required models. So I'll go back to drupal.org and get this model that is token. I'll go to search and enter token. Hit enter. Token is here. I'll click on it. Scroll down. I'll grab the tar link. We know this procedure already, so I'll just move fast. Go back to models. Scroll up. Install new model. Right click. Paste. Install. Let's enable newly added models again. So now Path Auto is active to be enabled. So I'll just click on it and then also enable token. Save configuration. Now after saving, it's very important to configure it. So I'll scroll down, Path Auto, click on configure. Now under default paths pattern, I'll take off content slash, I'll remove it, leaving the corner brackets nodes colon title. Now pattern for all article paths. So take note, if you configure here, it will take care of the article content type, and then this will take care of the basic page content type. So I want to use the same thing in here for the basic page path. So I will grab it, right click, copy, right click, paste. So this tag here will take care of everything that will appear after the .com/. Okay, so I'll go down, save configuration. Now you can also arrive at these settings by going to configuration. For instance, in a situation where you installed Path Auto but you did not remember to do the configuration, you can go to configuration at the menu. I will right click and open it in a new tab so that I will see it clearly. So this is configuration. You scroll down to search and metadata, choose URL aliases, then go to patterns. So you see the same settings there. Okay, so you are seeing this because we have already set it in here. Okay, so I'll exit out of this. So now I'll create the rest of the pages. I'll click on add content, basic page, and the title. I'll enter our staff or our team, whichever way you want to call it. So inside body, I want to get the images of the staff. So I'll click on image here, then browse, click on upload, choose file, show all files. So I'll go to the location I have images to the staff, downloads, scroll down, I'll grab staff 1, open, upload. So after uploading, it will appear here. Just click on the image. So in here you can enter alternative text. This is very good for search engine. So I'll just enter the name of the staff. You can also set the width and height of your image and then align your image. But I'll leave it as none and click on OK. Image inserted. Click aside the image, hit enter, then enter the name of the staff. Enter again, then I'll enter his job title. Web designer, hit enter. I'll go back and grab the second staff, browse server, upload, choose file, show all files. Then I'll go to staff 2. He's here, open, upload, click on him, enter his name as alternative text. Okay, enter his name, enter, he's a graphic designer, enter, then I'll insert the image for the final staff. I'll do this pretty quick. Okay, third staff added. I'll scroll down, menu settings, provide menu link, then description, our staff. Then I go down. Now under URL path settings, I'm not going to do anything because it is automatic now. So when you click, the link is not even active. However, you can uncheck it here, enter your own URL alias. But I want the system to generate it for me. So I'll click on save. And it is there. You don't need to enter it anymore. Alright. Okay, it is saved, but I cannot see the images. And the reason is that I didn't choose full HTML when I was creating the page. So I'll go back to edit. Then I'll scroll down. In here, remember I said it should always be full HTML. Then scroll down, hit save. And our images are there. Cool. Now I want to create separate pages for the services page, where we have web design, graphic design, and digital marketing. So I'll pause this video now and create them quickly. Okay, I've finished creating all my pages. You can see digital marketing, graphic design, and then web design. Remember, everything will be arranged alphabetically. Step 7, customizing menus. So now I want to customize the menu to assume the right order. Now, digital marketing, graphic design, and web design, I could make them appear under services during the point of creation. Let me show you how. So if I go to add content, basic page, I'll enter something under title about Swadik. After entering the text, I go down, provide menu link. Then under parents item, I could drop down the arrow and choose our services, so that about Swadik page will fall under services page, or any of these pages I will choose. So let me show you how. After choosing services, I save. You see that the page about Swadik is not appearing on the menu, but when you hover on services, you see it there. How cool. But we don't need this page, so let's look at how we arrange the menu in a suitable form. To do that, I click on structure, menus, and the main menu, click on list links. When you check well, you see that the about Swadik page is indented under our services. So to make any page fall under a particular page, this is how it should appear. So to do that, you grab the page you want to bring under our services. I'll grab this, drag it down under our services. I'll also grab digital marketing. And you see that I'm arranging them according to how I want to appear. And then web design will now be on top of graphic design. So this is how the arrangement is done. Then I'll click on Save Configuration. It is saved. I'll close this. The page will refresh and everything will be in order. And all the services are under our services. Meanwhile, we don't need about Swadik page, and our menu is still not well arranged. Let's fix everything. Go back to structure, menus, list links, and then home should be on top, followed by about us, our services, and then our staff. This is the order I want it. Now, I don't want about Swadik page, so I can delete it from here if I want, or I can just disable the page from showing on the menu by clicking on this checkbox. To uncheck it, then click on Save Configuration. So I'll close out of here. The page will refresh and everything is now in order. Home, about us, our services, and our staff. So that's how we customize menus in Drupal. Step 8, adding a contact page. Now I want to add a contact page to my website such that my visitors can contact me through that page. I can just decide to add a basic page like our staff and enter my contact details such that visitors can get in touch with me through those contact details. However, I need them to fill a contact form in order to send me a message. So to do that, I need to install and enable a model that will take care of that. So I'll go to models. Now we are going to use a model called contact, and contact is a core model in Drupal. When we say core models, they are the models that will be installed as soon as you install Drupal. You don't need to install them separately, just as we install CK Editor, Token, or Path Photo. So you see that we have core. So all these models you see under core comes defaultly when you install Drupal. So I have contact here. I'll just check it. Scroll down, click on Save Configuration. It is saved. Then I'll head over to Structure, contact form. Take note, you will not see contact form here if you have not enabled it under models. So I'll click on contact form. In here, this is the email address I'll get my mails when people send me messages through the contact form. You can decide to input so many emails. So I'll click on contact form here. So our contact form will display on the page like this. However, I want to make it a menu so that visitors can see it, click on it, and send me a message through the form. So I'll go to the URL, copy everything from Universal Legacy up to contact. So all this, I don't need them. So I'll select the rest, right click, copy. Now take note, I want it to appear as a menu. So I'll head over to structure. Then I click on menus. And the main menu, I'll click on add link. Menu link title, I'll say contact us. The path, remember I've copied it, so I'll right click, click on paste. Description, contact us. So I don't do anything here, I'll just click on save. The path universallegacy.llc.com/contact is either invalid or you do not have access to it. And the reason is that I did not include HTTPS. So https://. So the URL should always assume this format. Alright, I'll go down, save. And it is saved. And the order is okay. Then I go back to home to check it. And now I have my contact page. You are seeing my username under your name and the email address because I've logged in. When I logged out and get back to this page, you wouldn't see name and email. Okay, so that's it on creating a contact page using the contact module. Step 9, giving permissions. In Drupal, there are pages or blogs that your visitors will not be able to access if you have not given them the permission to do so. For instance, this contact form, my visitors will not be able to access it because I've not given them the permission to access it. And also the search form, they cannot access it until I give them the permission to do so. For navigation, it's just for administrative purposes. So that one, you don't even need to show it to them because they are not supposed to add content. Unless, of course, you are doing a particular website where people will have to add content to your website. So let me open any of the pages privately. Any other page will show the content, but contact us will not display any content. So let me say home, I'll right click, open link in private window. So this one, I've not logged in. When you open link in a private window, meaning you are not logged into the website. So I can see the home page, I can see about us page. Now let me go to contact us. You see that access denied. You are not authorized to access this page. Also, you see that the search form is not there. However, you see user login so that you can always use it to log into your website. But then we don't really need to show this blog in order to log into our website. So we shall look at how we take this off in this tutorial, and I'll show you how you can log into your Drupal website without this login form. So I want to give my users permission to see the contact form and also the search form. So I'll go back to the admin area. To do that, I'll go to people. So currently I'm the only user on the website. So I'll go to permissions. Now in Drupal, we have 3 basic users. You can add as many users as you want. The first user we have is administrator. That is the person with the administrative right to add content, delete content, and edit content. We also have authenticated users. Authenticated users are other users that have login details to your Drupal website so that you can give them special access on your website. And finally, we have anonymous users. These users are just the people who will visit your website to read your content and go away. but then they also have some access you need to give them, and that is what we are going to do now. So I'll scroll down to contact, use the site-wide contact form. So I want to select this for anonymous users and also select it for authenticated users, so that they will be able to see the form and also use it to send us a message. Also, I'll just enable the access for search form. Is this here? So use search form. I'll enable it for anonymous user and then authenticated user. Use advanced search. This one too you can enable, so that if they are not seeing the content they are looking for just using the basic search, they can go deep into using the advanced search. However, administer search, anything administer, never enable that for any user unless the administrator. Unless, of course, you want that particular user to do some particular task on your website. So you see that all the models are having the administer, administer, administer. So that is that. I'll go down, save permissions. Now let me go back to my private window here, and then I'll refresh this page, and contact form is now displaying as well as the search form. So this is how we give permissions to our users in Drupal. Step 10. Creating blocks. Blocks are just boxes of content rendered into an area or region of a web page, such as user login, the search form, or the navigation form, that can be displayed in regions such as footer or the sidebar of your website. And this functionality is part of the Drupal core. That is, you get the block feature enabled when you install Drupal. So your website will have various sections, and the number of sections you get depend upon the particular theme you have installed. So to create a block, go to structure, blocks. Now before I create, let me demonstrate my block regions for this particular starfish theme. So I'll click on demonstrate block regions. So these highlighted portions in yellow are the various block sections I have on my website. However, there are instances you will see some of the block regions depending upon the theme you are using. And this theme I'm using, there are other block regions which the demonstration will not show, but then we can still make good use of them in our website. So I'll exit block region demonstration to take me back to blocks. So to add a new block, just click on add block. You can give your block a title, which is optional, but in my case, I want to label it, and I want to make it company, so that the content will house some basic links about my company. Block description is a requirement, so you always have to put it there, company. Block body, you can enter whatever text you want to enter under the body. You can add images, you can add tables, and what have you. But here, I just want to bring a list of the menu we created earlier in this tutorial, and I want them bulleted. So I'll just click on bullet here. So I'll say home, enter, about us, enter, our staff, enter, and then contact. I'll go down, always choose full HTML. Now region settings. This is very important. Take note, we are using the Starfish responsive theme. That's why it is default theme. I need to drop down the arrow here and choose the block region where I want my block to appear. So you see that we have so many sections different from the demonstration we saw earlier. So this one, I want to take it to first bottom. I'll scroll down, then click on save block. If I exit out of here and the page refreshes, you see the blog. However, this is not the original location. Ideally, it should be appearing at the left-hand side. It will appear here when we finally get other blocks. And I need to have 4 blocks here to make my website very beautiful. So take note, all this you can create links to them. So we can still edit it. By hovering on it and click on the drop down arrow here, you can decide to click on it directly. But I want to right click on open in a new tab because I want to make good use of these menu links. So home, just highlight it, click on link, it will open the link dialog box. Then you enter the home URL, but I don't want to type it. I'll just go back here, right click and click on copy link address. Come back here, right click, paste, then hit OK. So you do the same thing for the rest of the pages. About us, highlight it, link, go back, right click on about us, copy link address, come back here, right click, paste, hit OK. So I'll do the rest pretty fast. When I'm done, I'll scroll down and click save blog. Alright, so they are now linked. So I'll create other blocks. So I'll go back to structure, blocks, add block. In here, I want to get services. So I'll say our services. Block description, I can just say services. And the body, I'll make it plus web design. I'm done typing. I'll go back to the website and link them up. Now I'll go to services and there is a problem. Now you see that when I hover on services, I don't see the drop down of the services. And the reason is that we have not informed Drupal that this should be a drop down when we hover on it. However, when you click on the services page and you now hover, you see the links. But we can fix this in a moment. Before I link up, let me just fix this. To do that, I'll go to structure, menus, and the main menu, I hit list links. Now our services page, I'll click on edit beside it, go down, click on show as expanded. So this is the reason why when you are on any other page of your website, the services will not show when you point on our services page. So I'll click on save. Exit out of here. Now if you are on any page and point on our services, they will now show. About us, point on services, they will now show. So I need to grab the link for web design. I will just right click on it, copy link address, come back here, select it, click on link, then right click, paste. Okay, I'll do the rest pretty quick. Okay, done. I'll scroll down. Make sure you always choose full HTML. Under starfish, drop down the arrow and I'll take it to, I want it to go up to third bottom. Scroll down, save blog. I'll create the last block, click on add block. But this time around, it's not going to be a list. It's just going to be a normal text in a paragraph form. Block title, I don't want to put anything there, but block description is a requirement. So I'll say about blog. So this blog will contain content about our business. So I'll go back to my website and grab some portion of my about content, maybe the first paragraph, right click, copy, come back in here, press Ctrl V on your keyboard to paste full HTML here. Region settings, I'll take it to first bottom. But remember, I've already assigned my first block I created to first bottom. So meaning I'm now having two blocks there. Click save. I'll exit out of here to see my work. So this is how it will appear, but I don't want it that way. So to fix this, I'll just take this block to a different region. By editing it from here, drop down the arrow, configure block. Now I'll go down and change the block region from first bottom to second bottom. Scroll down, save block. Now everything is aligned well. but this place is empty. We'll put something there later on. So that's it on how to create blogs in Drupal. Step 11, adding blog posts. Now I want to add blog posts to my website. When you have blog posts on your website, it will improve the usability and visibility of your website, such that if people were to go to Google to search for any information which you have written on your blog, Google can easily fetch your website and display to them so that they can click on the link to come into your website. And as and when they read blog posts from your website, they may also want to find out the services you render. So in effect, blog post is good for search engine optimization. And the good news is that we already have that model that will take care of our blog post, because Drupal has already installed it for us. It's just that we need to enable it. So to do that, I'll head over to modules. Then I'll click on blog. Scroll down to the end, save configuration. So the configuration is being saved. I can just go ahead and add my blog. So I'll click on add content. Remember initially when we first started creating pages, we were having article and basic page. Now we have blog entry. So I'll click on blog entry. I'll give my blog a title. So this is a good searchable topic. People can easily search for reasons why they will need a website for their business, and Google can fetch your website for them. So in here, I'll enter content about this topic, but I don't want to bore you with my slow typing, so I'll just go and grab some dummy content. It's already selected. Copy, go back, and you can paste it as many times as you want. So 3 paragraphs, full HTML. So this one, we are not going to make it a menu link. Now when you come to publishing options, it is saying that the content will be promoted to the front page of our website, but I don't want it that way. Don't want it to go to the front page of my website, so I will uncheck this and click on save. So my blog is being created, so submitted by the user on this date. Okay, and defaultly comments will be enabled so that your visitors can send you feedback on your blog post. How cool. So now I'll pause the video and create as many blog posts as possible. Okay, I've created all my blog posts, but it will be difficult for users to locate it on my website, unless of course they know the exact URLs to the various blog posts. So let's display our blog posts. There are 2 ways you can do that. You can create a page for it, which is a default page as soon as you enable blog module. You can also just create a link somewhere on your website so that visitors can just click on it to see all the blog posts in a page. You can also decide to make it a blog to appear at the left side or the right side of your website. So to do one of the ways, I'll go to structure, blocks. Now scroll down to the end under disabled, then look for recent blog post. I'll drop down the arrow under none and take it to first sidebar. So it will appear at the left side of my web page. Click on save blogs. I'll exit out of here. After loading, you will see it here. And then you can click on more here to go to the main blog page. Remember I said as soon as you enable the blog module, that page will be created. You don't need to create it. And it will be your site URL / blog. So when I click on more, it will take me to that particular page. You see that. And all your blog posts will be listed here. So I can actually create a menu link here and link it to this page. So if you want to make it a menu link, you just have to use the format we used to create this contact page. Remember when we enabled the contact model, we had a URL to this page. So we just went to menus under structure to create this particular page. So you can use that same format to get this, or you can link it up under the company list. And I think I will link it up under the company list. So I'll edit this. But before I do that, let me grab the link, copy, drop down, configure block. After contact, hit enter, then type block. Select it, click on link, right click, paste the URL, OK. Then you go down, save. So after saving, it will exit out of there and then your link will be created. You can always click on it to go to the blog page. So that's it on creating blog post. Step 12, customizing the home page. Now it's time to customize our home page to make it very appealing. You see that in here, there's no content showing. It's only the block here showing the recent blog posts and then the search field. Navigation will not be shown to our users. So first things first, we need to take off this welcome message. You see that no front page content has been created yet. But I don't want to promote any content like about us or any of our blog posts on the front page. And I don't also want this information to display, so I need to take it off. And to take this off, we need a special model for that. And that special model is none other than the views model. I will personally say that views is the brain behind Drupal. Simply because if you want to populate most of the content you'll be creating on your Drupal website to the various sections of your website, you need the views module. And views specifically can be used to create pages and blocks. Pages and blocks are the two things that you always see on your website. For instance, what you are seeing now is a page, and in here is a blog. Down here we have some blocks and what have you. So if you go to any of these links, they will take you to pages, and views will help you create special pages and special blocks. We have enabled the recent blog posts. We can decide to use views to display them in a special form other than what we are seeing now. So let's go ahead and install the views model. So I'll go back to Drupal website. Under search, I'll enter views, hit enter. Views for Drupal 7. I'll just click on it. Go down. Right click on tar, copy link address. I'll go back to my site, go to modules, install new module, right click in here, paste, install. Now to use views, you need some other dependent models like views slideshow. So I'll go and search for views slideshow. Enter. So I'll scroll down, I have it in here. Now you see that I didn't just go to the first links. One other way to determine which one is a model is by looking under the description. You will see model project. So any of this you see on top there, they don't have the model project. Okay. So I'll just click on view slideshow. By now you know how to install models. So I'll do this pretty fast. So in here, you can install another model. Now let's enable the models we have installed. Maybe when we go there, Drupal will tell us that we need other models. And we are there. Now we are under views. And you see that we cannot enable any of them because we need a model called CTools and then libraries. We need these two models to be able to enable views. So I'll go back to drupal.org, search for CTools, enter. Remember I talked about dependency models. This will give you complete functionality to your website. So I have the model project here. Just grab it. I'll install another model. Then I'll go and grab the libraries model. So libraries API, just click on it because it's having the model project. Go down, right click on tag, copy, go back. Now let's check it out by enabling new added models to see if we still have other dependency models. Okay, so everything in here is ready to be enabled. So I'll check all of them and then save configuration. Now an interesting information is showing. Some required models must be enabled, and one of them is the C tools. I didn't check that model, so Drupal will ask me if I will want to enable that. So I'll just click on continue. And something is showing here. I'll talk about this in a moment, but I'll go down to C tools. You see that C tools is now enabled simply because views requires it to work perfectly. So let's go back to this message here. You need to install the jQuery cycle plugin. Create a directory in sites/all/libraries called jQuery.cycle. We can find this directory inside our cPanel, so you don't need to worry about it. I'll take you there. Then inside there, we need to make a folder bearing this name, and then we upload a particular file also bearing this name into the jQuery.cycle. And you can find the plugin at GitHub. So all you need to do is just click on GitHub. It will open in a new tab. All this code, you need to copy it. So you can just highlight all by pressing Ctrl A on your keyboard or Command A if you are on Mac. So I'll right click, copy. So now I'll paste it in Notepad. So I'll go to Notepad, right click, paste. Now go to File, Save As. Now we are not just giving this file any name. There's a special name we need to give to it. Let's go back to our models page, and this is the name we are going to use. jQuery up to JS. So it's going to be a JavaScript file. So I'll right click on it, click on copy, go back to my Notepad, right click in here, paste. Now under Save As tab, just drop down the arrow and choose All Files. Take note of the location it is going, but I want to take it to my Downloads folder. Then I click on Save. I can exit out of here. Now time to create this folder inside this location. So I'll go back to my control panel. Remember, control panel is where we install our Drupal software. So I'll scroll down to File Manager, click on it. Then I'll go to public_HTML, click on it. Now I'll go back and check for the correct folder we are supposed to go. So I'll look for a folder called Sites. And inside Sites we have All. And then inside All we have Libraries. So I'll go back. So this is the folder Size, click on it. Inside Size I have All. I'll click on it. And then inside All I have Libraries. So in here I'll create a folder bearing this name, jQuery.cycle. So I'll just right click and copy it, go back in here, new folder, click on it, folder name, right click, paste, click on create. Now in here, the features might be different if you are using any other cPanel other than direct admin cPanel. But it is not difficult to locate any of these things. New folder, create file, and then upload file. Sometimes they will appear at the top part of your web page. That is, if you are using other control panels. So now I'll open jQuery.cycle. So in here, I'll now upload this file, which I've already saved inside my downloads folder, remember? So I'll go back here, scroll down, upload file. So you can just go to the downloads folder, drag and drop it here. You can also just decide to click on it, show all files. So the file is in here, jquery.cycle.all. Click on open after selecting, then upload. Upload successful. So just exit out of here. Now if everything is installed correctly, go back to your website, refresh this page, and this information will disappear. Okay, everything is perfect. And our views is installed. Let's just enable this final one and then save configuration. So we have installed views. Let's go back to the home page. Now time to use views to take off this information. So to do that, I'll go to structure, click on views. So in here you can create new view to your website. And then we have some other views which are default but they are not enabled. And we need to enable one of them, and that is front page. This will take care of the editing we are about to do on the front page. So it is not enabled. Just click on enable. Now it is enabled. That is why it is active. Click on edit. Now under page settings, just click on front page. In here you can change it to home. You can leave it as front page if you want, but this is what I usually do. Then click on apply. Click on save changes. Okay, now it's now home. I'll go to configuration, then site information, default front page. I'll enter home. So whatever you are going to enter here should be the same thing you entered under views. So remember we had front page and change it to home inside views. So if you don't want to change it to home, you could just enter front page here, but I always want to use home. Alright, then go down, save configuration. Now let's exit out of here. Our page will reload and this content will go off. As simple as that. So we have used views to do one thing now. Let's move further to using views. Now you see that in here is empty. We want this to come here so that we get some other block here. So I'm going to use views to create a block that will display the recent blog post apart from this one we are seeing here. And the reason is that I don't want this to be shown on my home page in future. So to do that, I will head over to structure, views, add new view, view name. I'll just make it blog post instead of recent blog post. Blog post. Then under description, you can give it a description so that in future other website administrators will know what you are talking about. So recent blog post block. Take note of the pronunciation. This is block. That is what we see at the sidebars of our website or the footer section. And then blog is the post you make so that your visitors can read. Now show. We want to show content. You can scroll down and show any other thing. But currently we want to show content to our users. Now of type. What type of content do you want to show? We want to show block entry. Sorted by, which one do you want to be on top? So it should be newest first. So the latest one I post should be on top. Create a page. Now remember I said we can use views to create either a page or a blog. Now we don't want to create a page. So I'll uncheck this and then I'll check create a blog. The title is in here. You can change it so that it will be different from the view name. And then display format. It will be unformatted list and also contain only the titles. Then how many items do you want to see on the blog? Defaultly is 5. You can change it to whatever number. I want to maintain it as 5. Use pager. Now this is not a page, so it will not be advisable to use a pager. Pager is just the link you normally see at the end of your page when you happen to have so many content entries then it will give you the opportunity to click on some numbers to go to the next level. So if you want to perform some other function, you just click on continue and edit. But if you don't want to do any other thing, if all these settings are perfect for you, then you just click on save and exit. So blog post is being created. I'll exit out of here. The page will refresh, but then you will not see the block in here, simply because we've not instructed Drupal to take it to any location. So to do that, we have to head back to structure, then blocks, scroll down to disabled, then you look for blog post. It will always be preceded by view. Take note of this, blog post. Then drop down the arrow here, and then I want to take it to the fourth bottom. Click on it and then hit save blocks. I will exit out of here. The page will refresh and it is there. Okay, so this is how we use views to create blocks. Now I don't want the search field to appear on the main page. I want it to go to a different location. So I'll drop down the arrow here, configure block. There's a special place I want to take it. So currently it is at the first sidebar, which is the left side. I want to take it to the search section. Scroll down, save block. So this is where it will be. Now take note, I'm on the home page of the website, and I don't also want to see any of these two blocks. So what I'll do is, this one, I just don't want it to appear on my website at all. So I'll drop down the arrow, configure blocks, then go to block regions, drop it down, choose none. I'll scroll down, save block. So it will not show on my website anymore. Now recent blog post, I want it on my site, but I don't want it to show on the home page. And I also want it to be at the right side of my web page. So I'll go to the drop down and the recent post, configure block. Now under block settings, I'll say second sidebar so that it will appear at the right side. And also, I don't want it to appear on my home page. So under pages, now it is not restricted. Show block on specific pages. So all pages except those listed. So if this is checked, like it is selected now, and I put any page here, it will show on only that particular page and nothing else. You can also say it should appear on a particular page only by clicking on only the listed pages. So when you click on only and enter any page here, it will show only on that page. But here's the key, we want it to appear on all the pages of our website except the home page. So I'll click in here and type home. Take note, I'm entering home in here because that is what I specified when I was trying to clean my home page so that it will not display there is no front page content on your website. Take note of that. Alright, so I'll click on save block. It will refresh and you wouldn't see any block showing at the content area of your website. But when you go to any other page like about us, you'll see it there. Services, you'll see it there, and that is that. Let me go back to home. Now I want to customize my home page further, and I want to enter a header section in here that will have a call to action on my website, and I'm going to use a block to do that. So to do that, I'll go and create a new block under structure, blocks, add block. I'm not going to give it a title because that if I give it a title, it will show on top of that block, and that is not professional. Block description is required, so I'll say header section, or you can name it whatever you want, call to action or whatever. Now in here, I will make everything caps. Do you want to take your business to the next level? I will hit enter. I'll say this one, initial caps, starts here, and I will bring this sign greater than sign. Now I'll highlight everything, center it. I'll highlight the heading, then go to paragraph format. Currently it is normal. Drop down the arrow and choose heading 1. Now start here. I'll make it heading 3. Okay, so when that is done, format text, full HTML. Now region settings. We have to take this to a particular region such that it will be able to display on the home page of our website. So I'll draw down the arrow here, take it to front, welcome. Okay, then I'll go down, click on save blog. Now let me exit out of here, and it is there. Now the next thing I want to do is to create a link to this text such that it will take my visitors to the services page. So what I need to do is I'll first of all grab the services link, right click on it, copy link address, then I'll edit the blog. Okay, it's not giving me configure blog, but we can still edit it by going to structure, blocks. Take note of the name you have used. I used header section. So I'll click on configure. This is another way you can edit your blog. So I'll select the text in here, click on link, right click, paste. Okay. Now I want to add some other text under this heading. So I'll click after here or maybe here, hit enter, come back here. I'll say we have you covered. Let me bold here, bold. Okay, I can also bold this one, bold. I like it. Then I'll go down. As a matter of fact, I want to create a space in here. Okay, maybe another one in here so that there will be enough space in between them. Now I click on save blog. I'll exit out of here. My page will refresh and we are there. So if my visitor click on this, it will take them to the services page. I'll go back to home. Now I want to create some blocks here that will contain the 3 services we render. And I want to use images for them. So to do that, I'll go back to structure, blocks. Take note, we are still customizing our home page. So I'll add blog title. I will say web design. I have in here, and here web design. Doesn't matter the case, you can just enter whatever case you want. So in here, I'll insert an image related to web design. So click here, browse server, upload file, show all files. Now I'll look for my web design image, which I have here. I'll select it, then click on open, upload. It will appear here, click on it. You can give it an alternative text by saying web design. Take note, this is good for search engine. You can do some other settings. Here I want to make it center. Okay. And I also want to link this image to the web design page. So I'll just select it by clicking, go to link. Then I'll go and grab the URL, right click, copy, right click, paste. But take note that this is not the link to the web design page. But I know the URL of it, so I'll just enter web-design, and I'm sure that is it. I'll click on OK. Go down, text format, full HTML, region settings, drop down the arrow. I'll take it to first, top, scroll down, save blog. So if I go back to my home page to refresh it, it will show. when I click on it, to take me to the web design page. Alright, so I'll go back to structure to add the rest of the two services. So I'll right click, open a new tab because I want to use the links here. I don't want to type them. So first of all, let me grab graphic design, right click, copy link address, go back to structure, blocks, add block, and this time around graphic design. So block description, I'll just say graphics. It doesn't really matter what name you give it. Image, browse server, upload, choose file, show all files. So I'll grab my graphic design image, and I think I have it in here. Open, upload, click on the image, alternative text, I will say graphic design, center it, okay. Now select it, link, right click, paste. Take note, I've copied it already. Okay, go down, filtered, choose full HTML, region settings, drop down, then go to second top. Remember the first one was first top, so second top, save blog. The final one, I'll take it to third top, so I'll do this one pretty fast. Okay, so everything is created in all of this, so users can now click in all of this to go to the particular page. Now you see that the hero section of my site is closer to the services, so I just want to bring a line in here that will separate them, and I'll use an image for that, a very thin image. So I'll head over to Paint to do that. So I've opened Paint, I'll go to resize, pixels, I'll uncheck aspect ratio, horizontal should be 1280, and then vertical I want it to be 2. Then I click OK. I'll go to fill with color, choose black, and then I'll fill it with black. Okay, now I'll save it, go to file, save as. I'll take it to my downloads folder. That's where I want my images to go. Now I'll name this horizontal rule. Save. I'll go back to my website, go to structure, blocks. Now I'll look for my hero section, configure it. Now in here, I'll insert the image I created. You can decide to insert a horizontal rule or horizontal line, but then the theme I'm using, if I use horizontal line, it will not show. So that's why I want to use image for that. So I'll insert image, browse server, upload, choose file, show all files. Then I'll grab my horizontal rule, open, upload, click on it here. Okay, so it is inserted. I'll go down, save blog. I'll exit out of here, and it is there. So that is it on how I'll customize my home page. You can do a lot more. There are other block regions in here you can insert. Step 13, inserting logo and site icon. Now I want to remove this logo and input my own logo, and also the shortcut icon of the website, such that my logo will appear here instead of this current one we are seeing. So to do that, I'll go to appearance. Take note, the theme you are using will always appear on top. So I'll go to settings. Now under logo image settings, I'll uncheck this so that I'll be provided with upload logo image. Then I'll choose file, show all files. I have my logo inside the download folder, so I'll just go and grab it. You can make your own logo by going online. So this is my logo in here. Open. Then the shortcut icon settings, I uncheck this. Choose file, show all files. Then I'll grab this one. Open. You can actually create your own logo for free by going to Logo Maker. Take note, Logo Maker, there's no E here, so you just hit enter. You can use it to make a free logo. And that is exactly what I use for my own logo. And you can search for whatever you want your logo to be, say real estate. Enter. So it will give you various designs related to real estate. So you can use it at your own time to make your own logo. So I'll exit out of here. So I can just go ahead and also enter my social URLs. So if I have a Twitter account, I'll just remove Symfonies and enter my own Twitter account name. Facebook, I can do the same thing. Then save configuration. It is saved. I exit out of here. Page you refresh and I have my logo in here. But then I'm still seeing the subtitle and the slogan. I'll just take them off by going back to appearance, settings. I'll uncheck site name and then site slogan. Go down, save configuration. Exit out of here and they are gone. Now I have my logo and my site icon. Okay, so if I go to any other page, you see it shown clearly. So this is how we insert logo and site icon. Step 14, customizing the copyright section. Now I want to customize the copyright section such that I'll take off this link and put my own link there so that it will appear designed by Dikupages. And then the copyright, you see that the website name is not showing simply because I disabled it from here. For this, we cannot do it in here. We have to do that in the cPanel. So I'll head over to my cPanel account and then click on File Manager. It will open a new tab. I'll go to public_HTML. Then I'll click on Sites. I'll go to All. Now I'll click on Themes. That is where my theme is installed. So this is the theme. I'll click on Starfish Responsive Theme. Then I'll go to Templates, Page Templates. Upon hovering, you see this list. Then I click on Edit File. So in here, we are going to write a code. Don't panic. This is just a simple code to take care of this link here and also the copyright section. So I'll go back, scroll down to the end. Now in here, you see we have designed by, and then this URL, and also this name here, Symfonies. The first thing I'll do here, I'll change Symfonies. I'll remove it and enter Dikupages there. Now, let me save it and show you something. Save. Your file has been saved. I'll go back to the website, refresh the page. Now Symfonies is off. We are seeing Dikupages now, but then the link is still pointing to Symfonies website. So I'll go back there, remove their URL starting from here, then enter my own URL, dikupages.com. And then next, remember that at the copyright section, the company name is not showing, Universal Legacy. So this is where I can fix it. Now I have copyright. And then this code is supposed to display the name of the site, but we have removed it, so we can just enter it here, starting from this less than sign up to this greater than sign here. So I'll remove it, then enter Universal Legacy, LLC. I'll save it, go back to the website, refresh, and it is here. So this is how we customize the copyright section of our website. Now here it is comma. If you don't want to see comma but you want to see a dot or a pipe, let's go back to the code. So in here, this is where the comma is. I'll remove it, bring space, then I'll bring pipe, then save, go back to the site, refresh. Okay, so that is that. Now one last thing I want to talk about is how to log into our website if we don't see the login form. Now if I go to a private browser, you see that the login form is showing at the front page of my website, and I don't like it that way. The login form will display when you are not logged into your website, and you see that the login form has pushed my content inside here. So I want to take it off. However, I will show you how you can always log in without the login form. So going back to the admin area, I'll go to structure, blocks. Now look for login, user login. I'll drop down the arrow and take it to none. Scroll down, save blocks. Go out of here. Now let me go back to the private browser. I'll refresh it, and then the login form will go off. However, if you want to log in and you don't see this, what you need to do is, after entering your website URL, just click at the end, then bring / and then type user, hit enter. They will show you the login form. So this is an additional thing you can do on your Drupal website. So my website is complete. I've gotten a fully blown website. So this brings us to the end of how to design your own website using Drupal 7. I hope you found value. If you really do, please support my channel by clicking on like, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell such that each time I post a Drupal related tutorial on this channel, you'll be the first to know. Until then, peace.